In very good shape at the moment, and you've been elected one of the best player of the month with Dembele. This, is this individual reward very important for you? And in which aspect of the game do you think you can improve? You know, I'm still a very young player. I'm trying to improve on a daily basis. I'm really well surrounded, you know, in this team, the staff, and even the other players. And if I make any mistakes or anything, I have people to really help me out and point me towards in the right direction. And I have to keep moving forward in this direction.
Oui, bonjour Désiré, Vincent Duluc à l'équipe. Tu as connu ta première sélection en équipe de France
You've
récemment.
done your first call-up in the French national team. When you're young, you know, the very first selection is very hard step, maybe. How do you feel? And, you know, how do you feel in regards to this selection? You know, it was a true dream for me to play for the A team. And when I've known that I got called up, I was so happy. I just went there, no pressure. And I was just very happy and proud, very excited, definitely. But now with hindsight, you know, I'm very happy about my first selection. I was really happy to discover the French national team. And I'm very happy, and I will keep working, you know, to get back into that squad. A couple of questions about an absent. So you will play against Aston Villa without your captain, Marquinhos. So how do you approach the game without such a leader? And Martinez, you know, we're very well known offensive goalkeeper. Do you talk about playing against such a goalkeeper? Yes, we have talked about Marquinhos. Our captain is not going to be there tomorrow. We've had a really high-level player in every position. You know, that's what allows us to have such a great turnover. Marquinhos is not going to be on the pitch, but he's going to be close to us. You know, he will be encouraging us, supporting us. It's a very important support for us. And as far as the goalkeeper, Aston Villa's goalkeeper, he's a goalkeeper like any other goalkeeper. But he played against Argentina. He plays for Argentina. So for French people, we have this feeling of revenge, maybe. But as myself, I haven't played against him. So, you know, as far as tomorrow, the most important thing will be to score as fast as possible. So now 19 years old, first quarterfinals, Champions League quarterfinals. You know, how do you approach this match? I'm very happy. It is the team's progression, overall progression, you know, to try and go as far as possible in every competition. We're really serious about it, and we're going there to win.
Bonjour Désiré, Philippe Sanfourche pour RTL.
Everyone has noticed, you know, you were really cold-blooded, you know, and you've been approaching every shootout against Liverpool, for instance, or the French national team. In these moments, what does this pressure do to you? Do you think the pressure helps you and your ability to go over the pressure? I do feel the pressure, you know, don't get it twisted, like everyone else. However, yeah, shootout is a technical skill, and I've been working on it like a lot of offensive players. And my goal is, of course, to
Bonjour Désiré, ici au fond, Adrien Chantegrelet du Parisien.
A lot of your trainers, coaches may see you as a leader or a captain, you know, in the future. Do you start, you know, giving more advice and start talking and being a little bit louder and maybe, you know, often to be a leader, a captain in the future? It's something that could happen today, you know, but I don't really think about it today, to be honest. We have you know, we already have the main players, and I'm just trying to be as performant as possible, and yes, to serve the team with my qualities. So you knocked out Liverpool. Now it's Aston Villa. Does this look like maybe a trap match for you, you know, for Paris? You know, on paper, you may be the favorite team, but, you know, do you think this could be a trap? When you reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League, we're not here by mistake, and nobody is here by mistake, as well as Aston Villa. I don't know if we are the actual favorite, but we're approaching this match with a lot of we're really serious about this match. Aston Villa has many great players. We have to remain serious, really focused tomorrow, and also on the second leg of this match. You've just been crowned French national champion, 13th title. How do you get back into, getting back into this knockout match, like tomorrow? We've done it before, this morning. We've had a good practice. We know what we have to do. We're really focused about it, and it is a great time to play a great match tomorrow. You have this profile about instinctive player and explosive. How did you impose yourself without being scared of anything, this is my personality. I'm trying to improve on many different and other aspects, the coach and the staff, players been advising me sometimes, sometimes maybe I do a little bit too much and I do question myself, but I stick to my personality, and, this is part of my style. You're maybe a dribbling player, really focused on your dribbling. What advice do you receive, do you get to improve in this area? There's different areas on the pitch. We can really dribble everywhere on the pitch. You have to respect certain areas. Some areas you have to pass the ball really quickly. Sometimes you have to build. Some other areas you have to more freedom. I'm trying to practice, and focus on that during practice, and I think it helps me a lot. You've discovered the Champions League this season and the national team. Does that look easy to you? What have you learned from these big matches? These matches they bring us so much, emotionally, first of all. These are, added pressures that we have to deal with. When we, from Rennes team, we haven't known everything yet, and the national team, for example. But these are things that I have to work on, and I'm glad that I can experience that. And, the team is really performing well. I'm really happy about this. If you had to remember one moment since the beginning of the season, which one would be? There's so many, but maybe the qualification against Liverpool, I would say. We know there's two things very important. Playing collectively and nice tricks and being a showman and, providing a show to the fans. I think collectively first, and then being efficient in two. But yeah, the most important is to perform. If I don't show any technical skills during a match, but then I can allow the team to win and score, this is even better, of course.
Bonjour Désiré, c'est Idamda.
We talked about the Liverpool match, and a lot of supporters and people were shocked, with your talent. Now you could maybe a contender for the Golden Boy. What do you think about, Yamal, for example? To progress, I compare myself to me only, and I've heard before that the best thing to progress, to improve, is to work on myself. I do a lot of analysis, video, lots of practice analysis with the team, and I'm always trying to be disciplined. And I think and I hope that this will bring me to the highest levels.
For Sport TV Portugal, I'd like to ask you about the importance and the impact of the 4 Portuguese guys in this squad in what can be an historic season for PSG. Thank you.
Yes, Portuguese players really help us a lot. Even emotionally, these guys are so cool. It's really great to be able to work with them every day. It's so much pleasure, Nuno, and all of them. They're so. It's just such a pleasure to play with them. Beyond being great men, we can see what they do on the pitch, and they just bring so much. They're excellent players, and it has to keep going this way. But we're a group, and there's different players from different countries, and that's what is a strength for us, for the team.
Bonjour Désiré, Giovanni Castelli, la chaîne L'équipe. Même si vous êtes arrivé cet été, pendant
Even if you came during summer, for a while it was hard for the young players to come and progress, evolve in PSG. Bradley came last year. Now this season you came. According to you, do you think this is due to Enrique's presence, who likes to work with young players, and there's Sharky with the team, with national team, for example? Do you think they should come to Paris? Well, this decision doesn't come from me. The club, it should come from the club if they want to recruit them. It's not my call. I made the decision to come to Paris. It's a team that makes people dream and young players dream, and it's such a great project.